Hey, good morning. It's Friday, September 11th, 2020. It was 19 years ago today that we had the tragedy of 9/11 occur. But we tend to forget. We tend to forget the fragility of life. We tend to forget that we are sustained by God. And we choose not to remember, not just all the impact of 9/11, but we choose to remember the impact of 1973, where we said no lives matter, because we said young life doesn't matter. There's a systemic, toxic selfishness that flowed from those decisions in 1973, which impacts all of our lives today. Systemic, the sense of greed that we see, it impacts certainly race and issues of that sort. Even though these things existed before 1973, what happened in 1973 was we made legal the wanton disrespect and hatred of all human life. Life only becomes meaningful as I am served. That's what we did in 1973 as a nation. And even though this has been around since the fall, when a country gets to that point of saying that life is not sacred, that God is not meant to be honored, then we have the fallout in horrific form, in rapid fashion, of what's happened since then. In 1973, we were told that the decision to take from a woman's body a mass of cells didn't mean anything, which of course was a lie, but still that happened. Now, that same decision means that we can take this supposed lump of cells that didn't mean anything, and now we can take a baby born and destroy it as easily as we did that so-called lump of cells. If early life doesn't matter, no life matters. Because what 1973 showed us is only the greed and selfishness of the human heart matters. Remembrance. So much in the scripture is given to remembrance. It's given to the remembrance of Christ. Israel was supposed to remember their deliverance from Egypt. We are supposed to remember the gracious sacrifice of Christ for us. We are supposed to remember the faithfulness of God to us. We are supposed to remember what's important in life, and remembering the resurrection of Christ. When we don't remember, we are no longer salt, no longer light. When we don't remember, then our light is extinguished. And we become like the country around us, the culture around us. We live only for ourselves. And the symbolic event that early life does not matter, that young children do not matter. They could be sacrificed on the altar of self-pleasure, of will, of personal convenience. This ugly belief and law spreads through our entire culture. We see manifestations of it now in rioting and greed. We see manifestations of it in injustice. But more importantly, we see manifestations of it as we totally turn from God and turn from His Word. If early life doesn't matter, no life matters. If we don't remember who Jesus is and what He did and where our hope is, then our lives won't matter either. 9/11. It's about remembering. I pray we remember what's really important. Think about that this day.